Yo, it's your boy Memo600 Guapo, man. Street Certified News, and we back with another one. I don't know if other people who use YouTube as a platform have noticed, but like it's been a lack of commercials for like a lot of videos. Like if you just watch YouTube, you just watch videos, it's not really a lot of commercials that's playing like these last couple weeks. Something that happened to my channel, and I'm assuming it's happening to a lot of other channels. I spoke with some other people, but YouTube is really cracking down on like our type of content for whatever reason. And that's why, you know what I'm saying, this video ain't really get dropped like last month when I was gonna drop it, because you know what I'm saying, we working on getting the monetization back from YouTube or whatever. It should be, by the time this video drop, you know what I'm saying, we should be back rolling or whatever. But y'all just watch out for that, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of censorship, a lot of changing is going on, and you know, they trying to silence certain people, you know what I mean? And if you're not big, if you're not connected and locked in, man, it could be you. You know what I'm saying? But going on to the video, man. This week, man, I really, you know what I'm saying, have been planning on doing a video about Buddy for a minute, but I wanted to kind of wait a minute, you know what I'm saying, let it chill out, let's see what happened or whatever. It's actually an artist who, you know what I'm saying, I was supposed to interview. We had set it up, everything was set up, and it just never came, you know what I'm saying, came to light. So ever kind of since then, I'm like, man, I wonder, you know what I'm saying, why Buddy be moving like that. Today we gonna get into why everybody hate on Memo600. So it seemed like Memo600, man, he's in a weird space for a rapper, you know what I'm saying? It seemed like most of the BD rappers that's like linked up with OTF or Chief Keef, them rappers are really big. And then, you know, you got the other side of rappers who, you know, they get big, but then, you know, stuff be happening and all type of shit be going on to where like they can't go to that next level. And then right in the middle, you got an artist like Memo600 who, you know what I'm saying, he was linked with OTF, he got ties with OTF. He claims he never gangbanged in his life. He reps 600, you know what I'm saying, he got 600 in his name. But he beef with everybody and nobody really ride with him yet. He's gotten some success, you know what I'm saying? He's able to keep going on in his rap career, and I think it's making him even more not fucking with people, and that's why he beefing with everybody on social media, you know what I'm saying? And since nobody like that type of person, you know what I'm saying, that's like overly full of themselves, that's why everybody hate on Memo600. Memo600 was born Melvin Griffin, May 17th, 1992 in Chicago, Illinois. Growing up on the south side of Chicago, Memo600 would join the Black Disciple Street Gang, though some later believe he may have had ties as a kid to the GDs from 93rd and the Hundreds, something Memo himself has disputed. Being a young up-and-coming rapper at this time, Memo would align himself with fellow future drill stars like Chief Keef, Rondo No. 9, and L.A. Capone. He could be seen in the backgrounds of some of those classic drill videos. However, it would be years later before his name as a rapper would break through the way those rappers did back then. In 2011, Memo600's younger brother, Lil Steve McGee, was murdered only at the age of 15. This led many close to him to adopting the name Steve Draft for their Southside neighborhood. In 2014, Memo released his first song, No Sucker. Flowing on just a simple beat, it highlighted Memo's talent for being a catchy street rapper. This song made some waves, but it wouldn't be until 2018 when Memo released Exposing Me, featuring King Von, when he would really begin picking up a buzz. In 2014, you know, artists Rondo No. 9 and C-Day were arrested, and they were charged with the murder of the cab driver, Javon Boyd. Some people say that was Memo600 and Takia's cousin, but they like wasn't that close. I don't know, but I did hear about that. But either way, there were two women who identified Rondo No. 9 and C-Day as the shooters, and one of them happened to be Takia, which happened to be Memo600's sister. Now, a lot of people in 600 kind of took that as something like that they had a problem with Memo about, like, hey bro, what's going on? Your sister, one of the witnesses, like, tell her to change her story, tell her, you know what I'm saying, to be like she don't know what the fuck happened. Either way, that was like really the first time that I noticed in my research that, okay, Memo and his own gang is beefing. And it really kind of started when Rondo and C-Day got arrested, and his sister, you know what I'm saying, Takia, was a witness. Eventually, she did go to court and she did testify that basically her first story wasn't right. So she did change her story at trial. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, Rondo number 9 and C-Day, you know what I'm saying, they got them years. In 2019, Memo600 dropped his biggest solo hit to date, Steppers. His 2018 collab with Von had boosted both of their careers to new heights. After the major success of King Von, word began to spread that Memo was next. And in the same year, while close to his own Chicago neighborhood, Memo was shot 3 times. Though details never surfaced, after he recovered, Memo began to move different. For the first time, Memo600 began to distance himself from his own gang. Some people believe Memo distanced himself from 600 and Blackgate because he wasn't originally from those areas and just used them to get clout as a rapper. While others seem to believe Memo was now trying to get close to the people who could get him his deal with OTF. Either way, now we start seeing a pattern emerge of Memo beefing with his own gang. So at this time, Memo, he's still independent. He's not signed with OTF. You know what I'm saying? He got Steppers out. He, you know what I'm saying, he got the Expose Me with King Von. King Von is now blown up. So he's releasing music and he's kind of able to benefit off of the buzz of the records that he did with King Von and the Stepper song. And he's basically making a lot of money independently. So though there was kind of a push to get Memo signed to OTF, eventually it would, you know, turn out to be a bad move financially because his music didn't get bigger, but now he has these new contracts in place that kind of slow his money. You know, he has to give them the song and then they release it. He can't just release music when he wants to. And that's kind of what he had originally did to get his OTF deal, was like, hey, I'm releasing songs, I'm releasing music, I'm shooting videos, I'm out there, I'm moving around and shit. So once he ended up getting the OTF, which we're gonna get to later, once he got to OTF, he wasn't really able to spread his wings and, you know what I'm saying, spread his shoulders the way he wanted to. It was kind of restrictive in, you know, his music output and money and different shit like that. During the beginning of 2020 and during just the beginning stages of the COVID pandemic, Memo600 was now being regularly seen in Atlanta with rappers and other OTF members. He was now getting paid to do major features from artists, and all of his music was getting millions of views monthly. In late 2020, when King Von was killed, it was a blow to the entire OTF camp. In a move to tighten his circle, Memo600 was finally brought into the OTF fold, and by late 2021, reports were coming out that Memo was officially signed to OTF. This will also be a time where Memo600 will release his least amount of music, something that he let his fans know about in a 2021 Instagram post. He seemed to blame it on his label situation. Now that he was signed to OTF, he couldn't release music and get paid like he was when he was independent. And in early 2022, Memo600 announced that he was leaving OTF and signing with West Coast manager Wack 100. When he said, like, man, I'm leaving OTF, I'm signing with Wack, it's all love, we still family, I thought that shit was weird. I didn't like how he did that. And it would go on to really hurt him because he wasn't fully removed from OTF when he did that move, like, publicly. So it put, you know, Wack 100 in a bad spot. Like, damn, I can't even really pull you off to the side and get you. You done kind of exposed the hand. Wack 100 would later, like, do interviews and shit where he would say that basically the same thing. Like, yo, bro kind of spoke too fast, spoke too soon, and we wasn't able to, you know what I'm saying, do the deal or whatever. Probably what happened was, you know, once Dirk realized what Memo was trying to do, he just up broke price. Like, well, look, if you want to take him off of me, well, you got to give me this and give me that and give me these points on his record. And it stopped being worth it. Like, if you were signing Memo as an independent artist and you Wack 100, okay, that's worth it. But if you got to pay to get him off another label and get him percentage points on his new product, it ain't worth it. Like, fuck it, bro. You stuck. You know what I'm saying? And that really set up probably the worst time for Memo600 in terms of beef and in terms of hate. And in terms of it mainly coming from his own side, because once he did that, now he's stuck on OTF. Now he has to basically go back to OTF, negotiate with them, and figure out how he could either get out his contract or, you know what I'm saying, or just keep it moving with him. But that ain't how this shit work. And soon we will see that when basically fellow members of OTF, other Chicago artists sang with Lil Durk, they robbed Memo600, they beat Memo600, they took his OTF chain, took his Steve Draft chain. Eventually he would, you know what I'm saying, get all the stuff back, and you know, people would say the beef was squashed. But again, this is more pattern of Memo. Some people say if Memo600 stayed loyal, he would have been signed with OTF and wouldn't have gotten robbed and beat up. Later on, Memo seemed to believe he did stay loyal for almost 10 years and never got the love back. In late 2022, no longer under contract with OTF, Memo began beefing with everyone. Beefing on social media became synonymous with Memo600 himself. Also in late 2022, Memo began releasing music again, and he had some varying success. So far in 2023, Memo600 has seemed to further patch up his beef with his former label OTF. There have been posts on social media from both sides claiming there is no longer beef. However, Memo still regularly beefs with other O-Block members on social media. It seems that Melvin has found a formula for his success. From an upstart to a regional hitmaker, and now a successful rapper with thousands of fans. Maybe Memo600 has proven all his haters wrong. Maybe Memo600 had a reason to beef with everyone. It worked. Check out StreetCertified.com. Check out Street Certified on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Our brand is bigger than YouTube, but when we come here, we want to come here and give y'all some good content, some good entertainment, and some good information, man. Again, it's your boy Memo600 Guapo, man. Street Certified News, the most reputable source for urban media, man. Straight from the rack. We out.